Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our Community Access. This week, we will visit with the new boss of Oxford Township, Jack Curtis. Then we have a great new sport in Oxford, all today on our Community Access. Welcome back. Our new boss of the Oxford Township is Jack Curtis. Our reporter, Terry Stiles, asked about Jack. How did we do on this first quarter?
Hi, Jack.
Hey, hi, Terry.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you. Good. So how was your first quarter?
Well, have you ever heard the expression drinking from a fire hose?
Oh, yeah.
Well, exactly that. I was a township trustee for 2 terms, 8 years.
Right.
Worked closely with the past administration to learn a lot of this stuff. But November 20th came, I got sworn in, and after that it was complete
Hit the ground
business. It was hit the ground running. Fortunately, I'd put that many years in as a trustee to learn a lot of the things, but it's been a learning curve every day. You have many processes in running the government, and to learn all those processes, I had a little jump on it, but when you get right down into implementing them and working them, it's very busy and very hectic. I tell everybody I've been working half days from 6 to 6:30. It's 12 hours a day. It requires you to do that to get caught up and get in tune with everything that's required and everything you have to do. Now it's time to set the improvements in place on processes that have been around a while.
So not only are you learning the way things go and the way things have to go, but every day has got to be something different besides, right?
Every day is something different.
There's no boilerplate.
There is none. Each person has their own personality. Every resident has a concern. Every builder, developer has a concern. We have master plans in place to follow. We have planning commissions to do things. And then you get the residents that have a concern
They have
over
their
all
own
of
ideas.
the stuff that's going on. Correct.
So what has been your biggest challenge in that? And it's hard to focus on one thing, I'm sure, but in the big picture, what's been your biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge is, Henry Ford said, if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got.
Oh, yeah.
So in our electronic age, the first thing is we generated reams and boxes of paper. I took over reviewing the stationery store supplies, and I'm looking at reams of paper, but yet we have the greatest computerized system. We have applications like BSNA that do all the tracking that we normally have done for the past on paper. With the newest Senate bill that passed March 31st, we're allowed to get rid of some of this document.
Yeah, which is nice.
And I am a process person. I like to be able to look in a book and say, this is the process for doing this. It should be, if I leave this office, somebody can walk in here and see the process of things that have to be done, just as every desk out in the departments have to be also. And it's a challenge.
So trying to convince everybody that's done the same thing over and over again for years and years must be a challenge for them to make that change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm moving your cheese, if you will, to coin a phrase from an author. We have it creates anxiety. You get in a groove and you do things a certain way.
Without
I'll give
thinking.
you an example. Let me show you this. This is what used to be required for coding invoices that came in. And I look down and I'm going, this is not second grade. We're talking about millions of dollars here. And I'm taking paper that we're printing off the computer. I'm highlighting it with a certain color, putting a code on it, and sending it over to a person to pay the bill. That person would key punch information into BSNA to pay the bill. Then they would rescan the document back into the computer. Once it was rescanned into the computer, they kept a file copy. It's on the computer. And I go, how can I approve this?
That's a lot of steps.
This is a lot of steps.
Yeah.
So now what we do is electronic invoice comes in. We fill and sign. I electronically send it to her. She executes the warrant. The check is then processed. Electronically, we have it filed. It's a mindset we all have to change.
Yeah.
Common things that we've always
Sure.
done. Fresh set of eyes, new technology, understanding that technology, implementing that technology. But being consistent in the process and documenting the process gets us to a point where someone else can walk in and do this
Be
job.
so efficient with it, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, township-wide, what are your biggest challenges right now? And I know that you knew what they were prior to. Let's mention that you were also on the Economic Development Committee
That's
for
exactly
years and
right.
years and years. So I know that you know infrastructurally what needs to be done, what needs to be improved, as well as what you want to do to bring development in.
Yeah, Terry, it's funny because Orion Township, I've talked about this, has basically run out of land, affordable property.
yeah,
They're built or
Yeah.
they've captured all the big pieces of land.
Yeah.
Oxford, as you know, has a lot of land, and we have a master plan. So we try to get things to go as zoned, but we have a lot of commercial property, industrial property that are underutilized. So starting to utilize those things to build services that are required to town. A landscape company just moved here,
Nice.
Heritage. They bought a piece of property that was north on 24. They've cleaned it up. They're
Nice.
building a small building on it. They're bringing employees here. It's a service to our community. So it's not an impact on our community other than positive. These men and women come to work every day. They stop at the gas station. They don't pay
eat
property
lunch.
tax at a higher rate than they used to.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. It provides a service to the community.
True.
PK Contracting is on Excelsior Drive. Just had the final
yeah.
build-out inspection yesterday. So they brought a group of employees here, a group of trucks here. They built a building. They've improved land. They pay more taxes to offset residential
Right.
taxes. But in the interim, they work all throughout the state of Michigan. This is their hometown. We don't see some of those trucks for 2-3 weeks at a time. They may bring them back for maintenance. They may
right.
bring them back to fit them out for sale. But they still have a home base here in Oxford. So it was a win-win. And with the M24 project last year, oh gosh, now that that's done,
Yeah.
we have, they were right here in town doing the striping. We're able to capture good weather days. So it was a
Yeah,
service
that's nice.
provided with them being here.
And local.
local,
Yeah, yeah. And right now it's impossible to even purchase a home in here because they're going so quickly.
Oh, it is traumatic. I mean,
It's a-
talking to the realtors, Oxford is a place to be. I
Exactly.
mean, there are homes that are on the market for under 6 hours, and
Yeah,
they're
right.
being sold.
For over market price, over what they're asking.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
I know. I'm somebody that wants to come back to Oxford. And we've been looking, that's for sure.
We have a new assistant fire chief in town.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he and his wife are looking to move to Oxford. Their children are all out of college now and resident of Macomb Township, and he wants to move here. He wants to be an integral part of our community.
Sure.
And a surprise to him was he wanted to make an offer on a house, and boom, it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
I
they
keep
go
hearing
overnight.
that. Yeah. And so update us also, speaking of economic development, update us on the hospital that everybody keeps talking about.
The hospital still has on contract the 25 acres on M24 on the
Okay.
east side there. They are still adamant about bringing their hospital to Oxford.
Good.
However, through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services changing the game on them with all their investment,
Yeah.
they have elected to take court action. It's in civil court right now to go back to what they were offered, bringing a 117-bed hospital here.
Right.
The state changed the rules on them.
Yeah.
Even after a devastating 2020, they will continue to fight to come here.
Do you, and this is just a sidebar, do you think that was a lobbyist decision or? Okay.
would be a
We don't have to
personal
answer
opinion
it. Okay.
No.
So also, I wanted to know about, you and I have talked about this several times, franchise. People are complaining, why aren't we getting this? Why aren't we getting that? Why? And I'm the Taco Bell girl that's
Yes.
complaining.
Well,
Let's go over that, give a quick note version of why we're not bringing so many franchise in here.
well, it's not us to bring them here, Terry.
Yep.
If you have the money to open a franchise, first I'd offer you to say, go out and investigate Taco Bell. Call them up. They have a franchise real estate division that
yeah.
will sell you a franchise to Taco Bell. The current price is $1 million. Now buy your property. That might be with the building and everything. You might have about $1.5 million in the land and the building. So now you're at $2.5 million. Now hire employees, which everybody is dying. They can't get employees to come to work. So you put all of your assets into a Taco Bell franchise. Oxford community at the last 2010 census was 20,000. Well, if you ate one taco every day at Taco Bell, imagine how many tacos you'd have to eat to pay off $2.5 million in investment. Okay, you go outside of Oxford about 5 miles and you can attract 150,000 people. That's more palatable. But Taco Bell tells you if you really want to be profitable, here's our demographics you should shoot for. Outside of a 5 mile area or inside of a 5 mile area, the numbers are upwards of 300,000.
Wow.
So it's not that we don't want them to come,
right.
or we don't have the land available,
right.
or we don't have 1,500 people at the high school and the virtual academy that could be their employees. We have franchises that you just can't afford to come in here.
Right.
Everybody talks about my favorite one on social media, White Castle. Let's have a White Castle.
Yep, I keep hearing
I would
it too.
beg somebody to go and take and investigate what it takes to get a White Castle.
Sure.
It's unreal. McDonald's franchise, any one of them, Burger King, they're all extremely pricey to just buy the franchise. To buy the land, to put the building in and meet all the requirements. Oakland County Health, the state health, the fire.
And
you're in this thing at millions and millions of dollars. You can make money a whole lot faster than you can by selling 500 tacos a day.
Right. And I wanted you to talk about that because I see it too on social media often. Why can't we have this? And I know that you have already done that investigation. Prior to you becoming supervisor here, I know that you have talked to all of them. You've talked to Burger King and Taco Bell, and so I just wanted that out there for you.
I do. And if we talk about what's not in Oxford, we listen to our citizens at planning commission meetings. We listen to citizens. My phone rings 50 times a day. Why don't we have a hotel? We don't need a 7-story monolithic hotel, but we have lacrosse tournaments. We have Tough Mudder. We have very many equine activities.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We had University of Michigan played Detroit Polo Club out here.
And
so
we also have the lacrosse
as
tournaments.
I mentioned lacrosse, we have the soccer tournaments, Tough Mudder.
Now we're going to have a Frisbee golf tournament out
we
here,
have
too.
disc golf coming here, exactly.
Yeah.
People have talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, I have sat down with several investors several times to come up with, they have an efficiency rate on a hotel. We can fill a hotel Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sure.
Or Friday and Saturday.
At least,
but Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night are vacant. You can't make profitability on 2-night stays filling it every week. So they elect not to come here because we can't provide them enough efficiency to meet
to keep them, maintain them.
Yes, exactly.
I agree.
I've talked with everybody. Oh, we have to have a Vincent Joe's. Oh, we have to have a Trader Joe's. Oh, we have to have Nino Salvaggio's. We have to have all these Panera Bread. So I go out and I talk to them, and I get the understanding why they can't come here. We have one grocery store. Meijer. I love Meijer. Go there once a week.
Yeah, right.
People want variety.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I've talked to Beaky. They're in Ortonville. I've talked to Hollywood Market. We talked to Hiller's when Hiller's was there. We talked to Aldi's. We meaning people in the village, Joe and I have talked to them. I've had them out here for meetings and shown them land. We have a presentation that we show them. Why invest in Oxford? We show them the land. We show them the demographics. Then all of a sudden they look and say, wow, I got to sell a lot of cans of soup at $1 and make 10 cents profit in order to come to Oxford and build my $1 million buildings.
Right.
We don't have a lot of vacant buildings. We have vacant property.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
And we're North Oakland County, as far north as you can get.
Yes.
So that changes the demographics for sure. And one thing I want to say, people move out here because they don't have all that traffic.
Yes, they do.
That comes in with all that stuff. So I don't mind going to Rochester to go to Trader Joe's so that we still have the beauty of Oxford. But also I understand wanting to bring in development, but I think you're doing it right. I think you guys are definitely doing it right. We have this property and you're targeting the right businesses so that we're not overrun.
We
I
are
appreciate
trying
that.
not to be overrun, but the example of the hotel, Boulder Point Convention Center. Now, before COVID, they ran at 50% efficiency. Why? They didn't have a hotel. If you had a hotel out in front,
Got it.
why wouldn't I have my son or my daughter's wedding locally in
Sure,
Oxford?
right.
Why? Because they have a gorgeous convention
They sure
center,
do.
banquet center,
Right.
but nowhere
Yeah.
to stay.
Yeah.
So now you have to go down to Auburn Hills. You
Yeah.
have to go to
Lapeer.
Rochester, Lapeer, everywhere but Oxford.
Yeah.
I
It
come-
would be nice to have a hotel
It would
here.
be.
Yeah.
Where's your lumber yard? We used to have 3 of them.
I know.
We have no lumber yard. So we're driving to other communities.
Yeah,
for
that's a
these
shame
services.
too. Yeah, that's a
So you have
shame.
one grocery store, no variety. You have no lumber yards. We have an entrepreneur, Josh McFarland, has Lumbermac north of town.
Oh yeah,
Not
right.
everybody knows about it,
Yeah,
but he also doesn't carry the sundries like a Home Depot, like a Lowe's,
Sure.
like an Ace Hardware. So you have to make several trips to several different places. You're generating traffic in that instance.
that's true. You are. Yeah.
So you're darned if you do and darned if you
Speaking
don't.
of traffic, so infrastructurally, are we where we want to be?
No.
Or do you have goals?
No, we have goals. I have now been really active with the Road Commission of Oakland County. In fact, yesterday I just scheduled our June meeting to give our requirements, to talk about the state of the business, the state of the overall economy, the state of our roads, where we think. 3 years ago, we had the foresight to get Seymour Lake Road from the village
Yeah,
to Baldwin. It takes 3 years to get into their budget plan.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we're there, and this year we will have that rebuilt.
Nice.
So I might not be able to get a road project on the books in 2022, but I will at least get it in their plan for 2025,
Sure. Yeah.
26. If we don't work hard working with our partners, the Road Commission of Oakland County and MDOT, we won't get those improvements.
Agreed.
Staying on roads, with the completion up to Harriet Street with M24, we do have on the books, it's not funded yet or budgeted, but we are working with the safety engineers, Lori Swanson, Tom Pelozzo, Stacy Gow from MDOT, and we are planning from Harriet Street M24 to Davison Lake Road
Nice.
improvements.
It's been a long time since that's been done.
It has been a long time. And we have more traffic today. There's approximately 32,000 vehicles that use
day.
that interchange right at Burdick and M24. They're coming from somewhere.
Now that all has to be approved by the state as well, right? Funding
yeah.
for that and
Oh, sure, the funding for that all comes out of the same pot as the M5, I-75s, the 94s.
Yeah.
But you have to vehemently force your way
Campaign
in
for
and
it.
show and prove with data and facts
Sure.
why we are important. As you know, we have some infrastructure issues north of town that we're addressing. We ran the sewer line from Oakdale up to Harriet Street. Is there anything going in it right now? No. But we are prepared for the people that are purchasing the properties. We have Beaumont who's buying property. We have the project across the street, McLaren.
Right.
That's in almost approval stage. We're going to tear that building down.
Really,
And it's going to be
completely.
a 35 to 45,000 square foot, 3-story
Fabulous.
urgent care. We have Ascension Hospital, who owns the 13 acres next to the Legacy Center. Just north
south of it or north of it?
North of Market Street
Market.
on the west side.
Okay.
And don't forget, we have the new enclaves is coming in to build out part of Abbey Ridge. So there's a lot of activity in there.
Yeah.
We don't have the services there for them. We could say build it and they'll come, but we want them to build it as they come.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So, yeah, we work very creatively with our developers to say, you want to come, you have to pay for it, and here's how we can do it, and here's how we can offset it, and this is why we do it that way. I don't want me as a septic tank operator to be paying for a sewer system with my taxes.
Absolutely.
So, all of our elected officials are cognizant of that, as they have been in the past, and we continue with that policy.
Very much like you've done the same with the safety path when a developer comes in, correct?
Yes.
And that's how we've gotten a lot of those. So where are we at with those? Do we still have close future plans for more?
We do.
Where are we looking at?
Well, right now, and thankfully we do have a very aggressive grants and communication manager, CJ, and working with the Westlake development. We were afforded, we have one grant at $50,000, one grant at $10,000, and a possibility of another grant to be announced soon. Yes.
Good.
But we have worked with the developer and grants. Now we're going to complete the section from the township to Waterstone in safety paths at no cost to the residents.
Right.
And I think CJ equates that to connecting our 15 miles of safety path with 5 continuous miles, just this little section.
Fantastic.
At no cost to us.
You're getting a lot done.
It takes a long time to get it done in government. A lot of this was started with the previous administration, but somebody has to pick the ball up with it and run. And I think, I'm the running back.
You've been charged and you're doing it.
I'm the running back right now. I'd like to be the quarterback. I don't know if I could take all the hits. I do every day anyway. Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here. I feel like we're in good hands.
Well, thank you.
With you here. So far, it's so good.
We just continue to pound it out. It takes a lot of internal intestinal fortitude to, the only thing constant in life is change. New fresh set of eyes. My business background with the magnitude of what I did, this doesn't scare me. It can't scare you. You have to do the best for our residents with their money and use their money appropriately. Don't ask for more money if you don't need it. And prove to them through transparency that we're spending the money that we get through taxation on what we're supposed to.
Very good. Well, you and your team, and thank your team for us too. It's really nice to know that things run so smoothly here at the township and that financially you're in such good shape.
The previous administration left us in good shape. My job will be to leave the next administration in great shape, but be transparent and be responsible for what we spend.
And your door's always open.
My door is always open. My phone rings here. Then it goes right to my cell phone, and you made me put it over there.
Sorry.
But if my phone rings and I don't answer, I could be at the copy machine. I have my cell phone. I try to answer my phone 100% of the time. If I don't answer, I'm on another call. Same with my computer. I get an email on my computer. It doesn't sit here the next day. I get it on my phone. I have Outlook on my phone. And I know I can sit at home and my wife will go, why are you answering the email on Sunday? Because it's got to be done. It can be done now, or we can put it off, drag this thing out, get it done now. What's next? Let's go next. Come on, let's go next. And the more you get done, the better our community will be. So, thank you.
Good job, Terry, and welcome back to Jack Curtis. You're doing a great job. Next up, we went to Oakwood Park to checking about the new Frisbee Golf Park. Yep, you heard, the new Frisbee Golf Park. Let's watch.
So right now we have moved 8 of our baskets out here. Holes 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14, and 17. We do have an alternate basket coming in on hole 15, but that's got to be a little bit longer. We got some brush to clear out, And we do have alternate tee pads going in as well on a lot of our holes going throughout the course. Those tee pads will be a combination of a short pad or a long pad. Some holes will get both. I've been trying to keep this course more and more relevant. When I started playing this course in 2003, it was very, very overgrown. There's a lot of very hazardous bushes. It wasn't maintained as good as it is now. Since then, now it's night and day between, what is that, 20 years ago, 2003? Yeah, almost 20 years ago. It's a completely different course. And with these new additions, with these alternate tee pads, with these alternate basket locations, I think they'll keep Seymour to be a relevant course for another 20 years and beyond. So we got our 2021 Hands to the Sun coming up on June 5th. That tournament filled. Our registration opened on April 5th to all divisions, and it filled within 4 hours, and I just did not expect anything like that. I thought it was going to fill quick in 3 to 4 days, not 4 hours, and I'm really, really excited. This is our 9th year of running that tournament, and that tournament's grown every year, and it's just, I must be doing something right. I would like to run more tournaments in the future. Usually we run that tournament in June, which is our Hands to the Sun, and then we run the Hucking Harvest, which is later in the year. We brought back the Hucking Harvest last year. We used to run that tournament probably 5 years ago, and then it just kind of dropped it out. It's a lot more extra work trying to run 2 really solid events. So this year we're going to keep going with the Hucking Harvest, and we do work with Brian Evans and Disc Golf for a Cause. So the Hucking Harvest usually is a fundraiser style event. So for all of our future events and all of our leagues, tournaments, everything like that, you can find us on Disc Golf Scene. Search for Murder Mitten Disc Golf Club, or you can find us on Facebook. Find our Facebook page, same name, Murder Mitten Disc Golf Club. So we built that billboard at Hole 1, the welcome sign. We put that in, God, I think that was probably 2015 when I built that and put that in the ground. And that was the same year we got our donation box too. So with that donation box, this disc golf course is completely self-sustaining. There's no money coming in from other club activities. There's no money coming in from the township. It's all just donations coming from people who come out and play the course, and that's how we've been able to make all these changes, buying all the lumber for our new tee signs, buying all these collar sleeves to put these alternate baskets in position, all of our cement. That's all probably 2.5 years of donations, and I mean, I can't thank the disc golf community enough for that. That's just super awesome that we're able to do this. If anybody wants to come out and either volunteer for the course itself, or if you guys wanted to donate, we got our donation box. It's a nice black pole right up there by Hole 1 and our course welcome sign. You can donate money there. You can donate money directly to me when I'm out here for leagues and stuff. If you wanted to come out and volunteer and help work on the course, you can talk to me directly, talk to Aaron over here, or contact Jeff Kynez or Ron Davis here at Oxford Township Parks, and he can put you in the right direction to get in touch with me, and we can get some stuff done. To all the people who have donated in our donation box, I cannot thank you enough. Without you people putting in $1, $2, I'll find $5 bills in there, $10 bills. If it wasn't for all this, even all the people who put all your pocket change in there, every little bit counts. I can honestly say that every dollar that goes in that donation box goes directly back into this course. That money doesn't pass into township hands, it goes straight into this course. So that's something that I think a lot of these other metro parks and county parks and state parks that either collect money for entry into their park or collect money just to play on their course, I don't think any of these other parks can say that all this money going to pay to play for disc golf goes back into the course. So to be able to have that out here at Seymour Lake, and for people putting money into that donation box and just being able to make all these changes, it's really, really awesome, and I thank everybody who puts any money into that donation box.
Now that's really cool. That's all the time for this week. We hope you enjoyed our program. So For our reporter, Story Stiles, and our photographer, Joe Calhoun, and our editor, Terry Stiles, and technical director, Dan Weiss, I'm Bill Service. We hope to see you again on Our Community Access.